I wanted to share my three main personal takeaways from the experience of fasting. Maybe not the highlight, but the ones that surprised me the most and I was least prepared for. One is definitely the stillness that fasting gives. It's a very, as I mentioned, it's a very amazing experience. It's a different experience, and I can only describe it as a little bit like the difference between driving a car on petrol and driving a car on battery. You just behave in a different way. But this stillness experience, I even missed it once. I came out and I described it was that you can compare it to being like halfway in meditation all the time. And it makes you think different, it makes you react different, and that in itself was a very, I'd say close to spiritual experience to have that. Another thing I experienced, which was less nice, was people's reaction. And they went from being really interesting and nice, and people really asking, take a true interest to it, to people becoming very angry and aggressive with me. And I specifically remember one conversation where I was talking to someone and they said, "Oh, you can't fast, you will die after 20 days. And I answered, "Well, then I died 7 days ago because I was on 27 days then." Some of it I said is like, you lose a lot of weight very quickly, and I think also we are programmed that when that happens to people, it's normally illness, so people do get scared when they see that on you. But yeah, it was very surprising how people reacted, and I can empathize with it, because had you told me a year ago that I would fast for 36 days, I would have laughed at you and said, "No, you die after 30." So there's a lot of misinformation and misunderstanding about fasting out there, and just say if you're going to go down and share it with your friends and you're the first one to do it, just be prepared that you probably have to spend quite a lot of time justifying yourself. And then the third thing for me, as I mentioned, was the refeeding. Like how I messed it up, because I did completely mess it up, even though I knew I had all the information. But it was also probably experiencing being addicted to something so heavily, food, really being addicted to it, that I would eat well knowing that in 4 to 6 hours time I would be in serious pain, and still I would eat, and I couldn't stop. That was a very, very powerful experience too, besides the physical pain of it, just really to truly try and be truly addicted to something and not be able to stop yourself, at least for something I haven't tried before. So I say that in all is the 3 experiences I've had, but yeah, as I say, I must like it, because actually right now I'm in my day 3 of another long fast, so I'm going for it again. So there must be something about it, and maybe I'm getting addicted to fasting.